Hello, everyone. My name's Frank from Let's Be Frank. I'm reporting on behalf of the Last American Pubcast, and this is something that we'll be doing throughout the coming weeks. Each one of us will be posting a video here about something that's going on and helping to keep you informed in between pubcasts. So hopefully you guys will make sure you guys tune in on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. for hour-long pubcast. And of course, we have our 2-hour Last American Pubcast, which is on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully to see you guys there when we feature guests from all around and give them an opportunity to be able to speak with you guys. So let's go ahead and dive into today's story. Brazil had an election this past weekend, and the socialist Lulu, whatever his name is, ended up beating President Bolsonaro in the election by 1 point. Now, of course, all the likely suspects all over the media, and of course, all the World Economic Forum leaders of the world came out to congratulate him. It's as soon as the media there called the race for Lulu. Well, President Bolsonaro still has some options what he wants to do. He has not conceded the race yet, and of course, the people of Brazil all around the country are rising up against the socialist possible winner in this election, as the mainstream media and, of course, people like Biden have already called this election for Lulu. There are some areas to explore in this. And again, it should not be something that you should be shut down for talking about, especially what happened in 2020 here in our country, to see it happen in another country. And this is what we're dealing with right now. So this story coming to us from the Gateway Pundit over here. It just states this here. It says, breaking: Brazilian president plans presser tonight. Will announce military audit of controversial election. May arrest criminal judges. Maybe something that should have done here. Anyway, Brazilian protesters shut down the roads to the airport of Sao Paulo following the controversial election on Sunday night. Socialist Lulu da Silva allegedly defeated Javier Bolsonaro, I'm terrible pronouncing names, in the election on Sunday. Matthew Timid joined Steve Bannon on Tuesday to discuss the latest developments following the controversial election in Brazil on Sunday. As Joe Hoff of the Gateway Pundit reported earlier, the Brazilian presidential election resembled the 2020 presidential election in the U.S. The operation looks like what we referred to at the time as the drop and roll. The Sunday Brazilian election looked a lot like the 2020 in the U.S., where conservatives cleaned house across the board in legislative and governor races. Yet Bolsonaro somehow lost the presidency to a socialist tied to China. It did not make any sense in the U.S., and it does not make sense here in Brazil, they said. He said Steve Bannon interviewed Matthew on the Brazil election. Here are some excerpts from the discussion. Bolsonaro's party dominated the election. Conservative parties will dominate the lower house in Brazil. Bolsonaro was winning the election up to a certain point, and then every ballot drop was won by the socialist candidate. The math does not make sense at all, said Matthew. The mainstream media has all pounced in immediately, saying Bannon to claim the win for the socialists. There's been no transparency. There's been censorship. There's been arrest of the opposition, and there's been penalization from the courts to Bolsonaro's party, said Matthew. The election in Brazil looks a lot like the U.S. election in 2020. Bolsonaro is not going to quietly. He is fighting back. He is going to call for a military audit of the election, and that is covered in the Brazilian Constitution. So it's a working mechanism within the Constitution of Brazil for him to do so. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out there in Brazil. Of course, all of the mainstream media and, of course, our resident here in the U.S., Joe Biden, has declared Bolsonaro the loser of this contest. So we'll continue to follow this story. Maybe we'll have a follow-up on the Last American Pubcast on Saturday. Make sure you tune in then. For everything else, make sure you leave a comment and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow all of our wonderful Pubcast members down below. And, of course, you can follow me over on my channel at Let's Be Frank. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.